Okay, hi everybody. This is going to be a quick introduction to the Google Forms, and we are already in the Google Drive, and you can see my video in Google Drive if you're not familiar with how to navigate through here. So we're going to start with creating a new form. Actually, no, I'm going to show you a created form already, so you have a kind of a end in mind here. Um, let's see. I'm going to go into this folder here. I'm going to show you some of the possibilities of this form. So we have responses and we have the form. So here's a form, has this icon. The response has this one. So a survey I did with some neighboring school districts. This is what a form looks like. We can create all kinds of different questions, multiple choice, paragraph, text. We can do this grid type of thing, very much like SurveyMonkey. Um, and to see the responses, you click on this button here, and these are the two things, and it automatically generates these answers. When people fill out the form, you get this spreadsheet done like this. And then you can manipulate the data how you need to. One of the really neat functions of this is something here called Show Summary. It automatically makes these nice little graphs, so you can get instant feedback on data. If you want to use it in a class, you could see how many kids, agree or disagree with the prompt. You could see how many kids really understand a difficult question. Then up here you can toggle between the different things. So this was the summary. I'm going to close that. We're back to the sheet. Then we're back to the form and back to Drive. So to create a new one, let's start there. You got to go to Google Forms, give it a title. Okay, as class preparation for our in-service. That's the name of the document. A couple things up here important to note. Automatically collect respondent's name. Generally, that's a good thing unless you're trying to do an automated response. It may save you time. You may not have to ask the question of um, name, because this will give you an email, and if you know everybody's email and their name, it kind of saves a step. There's some other questions here that you can do. I'm going to go ahead and put a question in here. Okay, and we could do a couple things. We could do multiple choice. We could say red, blue, yellow, brown, right? And we want to make, you can put in a little help text here to help figure it out. If you really need this question, you click required. Generally speaking, I like to require all answers. And there you have a question. Add an item. That's to add another question. Let's do that same question with a different response type. You can do text, paragraph text, checkboxes, grids, scales, all kinds of things. And this gives you this question. Make this required. Okay, and let's try one more question. Um, and maybe it's just gender. You can see what colors gender tend to like. We do multiple choice, male, female. So there's a basic form. Now, to see where it goes, there's this button here called View Responses, and it automatically creates this. And this is a spreadsheet, so you can manipulate this as you see fit. For instance, you could wrap the text so that it all fits in that side. Okay, so this is what you're going to look like, and again, these are two different documents. We're going to go back to here, and fun thing you can do is change a theme, customize. You can put a header image in here, put that up there. We can change the background color. It's pretty bright. You probably don't want something that bright, but we could do something soft like that. Um, lots of different things we can do in here. And it's just kind of a fun for design purposes and whatnot. Okay, so we'll go back to the questions. And we have our questions here. We have it kind of set up as a theme we want. We have response. This is the live form. So this is basically like a web page. It's out there, and you can designate who you want to see it. And we're going to do that by sending the form. This is really important. Having the link is, I think, simpler than embedding it and everything. But I'll show you both. So I'm going to use my home account. I'll send this message there. It'll ask me, yes, outside of our little network here. But I just sent it to my email. And there it is. Okay. When I click on it, it automatically gives me this. But it also gives me this. If you can't fill it here, which I'm going to say red. I'm going to say red, and I'm a male. You can submit. If that wasn't working for whatever reason, I can go here and it would send me to a different place. Okay. So let's go see if it worked. Boom, there it is. Red, male. That's simple. A lot more to this, but I don't want to bore you too much on this one video. Thanks.